Hi, Brent Baumus here from Prairie's PropTech. In our recent virtual roundtable, something powerful happened. With only a few attendees, our panelists spoke openly, and what emerged were 12 razor-sharp insights, revealing why the Prairies leads in PropTech innovation, yet still lags in adoption. We've distilled those insights for you. Clear, concise, and actionable. These are the foundations of collaboration and a safe place to help builders test new technology while reducing upfront cost. Here are the insights that can help reshape the future of housing in the Prairies provinces. Here's Ryan Marasic, CEO of Kilo, with insight number 12.
The main thing for me when we were talking about barriers for PropTech is perception versus reality. If you talk to me in person, I often bring this up, or it comes up naturally, is that my biggest learning curve is reality isn't as important as perception. So when we're building our products, I first built them to solve the problem, and now we're building them to solve the perceived problem, which is more important than the problem. And for me, naturally, I like to solve things. So it actually feels weird when I purposely slow something down, or honestly, I make it worse, but the experience for the user is better. So they often act in ways that aren't in their best interest, and I need to understand that. And for me, that's difficult to understand. That's probably been my biggest thing that I've really been working on hard this year of, it's not just the right product, it's the perceived right product.
Meghna Singh, CEO of BuildBase, with insight number 11.
To fame in many ways is we are true builder DNA. We are cloud native, cloud born, one platform, open APIs. So when you talk about technology and how we integrate with all of the wonderful solutions you're going to hear from other people on the panel, having a strong open ERP backbone is super important.
Scott Hunter of Building Point Canada, with insight number 10.
So in the end, just learn that, true innovation, software, hardware, whatever it happens to be, is understanding the pain points, not selling the products. And that all starts with a rock solid discovery process. And, once that's locked in, that's where the true solutions engineering can really take shape.
Jeff Schneider, CEO of Velocity 23, with insight number 9.
Okay, here's some general guidance on how to use this tool, but I gave people the space and the freedom to play with it. I said, I don't if you're running into a specific bottleneck in what you're doing, talk to the AI. Or if there's something that you're doing over and over and over again that's repetitive, think about how can I make the AI leverage this and do it faster, right? And get a
Number
specific
9,
output.
James Matt, CEO of Builder Chat AI, with insight number 8.
Builders didn't start utilizing websites till like the early 2000s, and it was around 2005 that websites actually became like a common component of a builder's marketing and sales strategy. So that's 14 years it took home builders to jump on to just like having a good website, right? And in my opinion, when we visit a lot of builders' websites today, there's a huge portion of them that haven't really changed their website structure and how they're engaging with buyers online since 2000.
Meghna Singh, with insight number 7.
The other comment I want to make is the ROI on innovation. So with so much coming at the builder, and I know for a fact that they're looking to manage their cost, every little experiment is costing them money and eroding their bottom line. So the idea, Brent, you suggested of a space for them to try and experiment before any sunk costs is actually a really great idea. So if they can experiment with this tech without losing ROI, I think that's a good place to be.
Jeff Schneider, number 6.
I found with this whole process is that builders really need to shift their mindset around, we need to stop selling how we want to sell, and we need to start selling how buyers want to buy. And buyers want this self-serve environment. They want to be able to do their research.
Scott Hunter, with number 5.
You've got to start with the change management stuff and the psychology behind what it's going to take to change your software, your hardware, your habits. It's like working out on January 1st. I'm going to lose 5 pounds. And a week in, you're like, oh, this sucks. I got to work out again tonight or this morning. And then 2 weeks in, you're like, that doesn't suck that bad. And then 3 weeks and a month in, you're like, this is just what I do. It was like me brushing my teeth in the morning. So if you can get, over that behavioral adoption and that kind of organizational psychology to just get in the habit of doing it, the flywheel starts.
Meghna Singh with number 4.
If you have no data governance, if all of those teams don't call the same thing, they're not updated at the same time, they're not even in the same data formats, great tech is only going to tell you that you have bad data.
Okay, I'm adding one here, and the credit goes to the book Reinventing Strategy by Willie Peterson. The only sustainable competitive advantage is to learn faster than your competition. In a high-speed innovation environment, learning velocity is the edge. Organizations that codify feedback, reflect quickly, and iterate faster will outpace those with bigger budgets but slower reflexes. And with insight number 2, Ryan Marasic.
If we connect you together, you don't have to spend 99% of your time going through the marketing slop. You can spend all of your time going through the stuff that you're good at and accelerate. If you look at any of the money that's going through the system, it all goes to the slop.
James Matt with insight number 1.
If you take automation or AI augmentation and you clip it onto a bad process or a bad workflow, really you're just getting something that's still bad, but it's faster.
As we close this insight share, I remind you to be part of the conversation or be a fly on the wall at our next virtual roundtable meeting next Thursday, November 27th at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thanks for watching.